Aloha and welcome back to No Run Zone. I'm Derek Slavin coming to you live from Aulani in Ko'olina, Hawaii. Buddy, I wish you were here with me. It's Hunter Lake. How's it
You
going,
know,
dude?
I'm basically there. I got my flowers. I got my sunshine.
Close enough. Close enough. Uh, I needed to get away. I needed to get away. That was a lot of excitement over 3 days. We're going to unpack the 2026 Pacific International Open that just wrapped up on Sunday. Um, I'm going to start with some thank yous right off the top because this tournament was not possible without the generosity and the support that we had from our community and obviously all of our local teams and our traveling teams that came in from out of country, from out of province. Our sponsors, I want to start first of all by saying a big giant thank you right off the top of the show here to Greg Horvath and First Class Mortgage Services. If you're looking for a house, you need a new mortgage, reverse mortgage, get in touch with Greg Horvath. I want to thank Total Site Services for our fencing and our toilets and for their support second year in a row. We have to thank the BC Lions for showing up on Sunday and providing some goodies for the kids. The the fact that Jess was there doing the hair braiding again was a big hit. Jess Manning, thank you very much. We have to thank Camp Beer. Oh my God, Camp Beer. If you didn't get the branded beer, if you didn't leave with your parting gift, I don't know what to tell you. How much did you take home?
I have all your beer. If you didn't take it home, it is
Okay,
at my house now.
Hunter took it home.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Um,
donation.
we do have a few more left over, so if you're coming out August 23rd for our regular season kickoff, we may have some field for you. Camp Beer sold out Friday. They sold out Sunday. They sold out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our DJs, Chips, DJ Lux, Prince, and Wreckage, absolutely smashed the weekend. The vibes were incredible. Shout out to all four of them. Um, I think Pacquiao Packers got Chips her own jersey,
I
her own
saw
Pacquiao
that.
Packers jersey.
That
Yeah,
was
that
so
was
cool.
awesome. So
Their branding is elite.
yeah, Darwin, nice job, dude. You guys are killing it. Who am I forgetting here? Sublimation Squad for putting up the cash for our comp divisions and our elite, one of our elite divisions. Thank you very much to Sub Squad. Oddball Workshop. As we talked about last show, we now have an official 3-year partnership with Oddball Workshop. They are the jersey provider for the BC AFFL and shorts and everything else that you want for your team. They put up cash for the tournament and provided all of our tournament merch, which we pretty much almost sold out completely out of everything.
That's so cool.
So that was awesome. So just touching on that before we go any further, for all of our teams here coming up for the fall season, if you need jerseys, shorts, all that sort of stuff for your team, make sure you hit up Dave at oddballworkshop.com. Um, Oddball is local, 100% local. They're based in Vancouver. They make their jerseys, they sublimate them locally in Vancouver. You can go see them printing your jerseys yourself. Othon and the group there will give you a tour, and they'll, go check it out. You can see your own team jerseys being made. The cool thing is with this is we're not having to wait for jerseys to come overseas from China or Pakistan or Dubai or anywhere else. They are made 100% in Vancouver. If you order 12 jerseys for this season and then a couple players leave and a couple new players come in next season, well, you got to go and get another 2 or 3 jerseys. There's no minimum order quantities with the agreement that I've put together with Oddball. There's no minimum order quantities. Your jersey price is $40, and that is a league exclusive price. Anywhere else, you're going to be paying $35 per jersey plus shipping, or $30 plus shipping, and then you got to wait 6 to 8 to 10 weeks. If you have a one-off that you need done, and you say you need it done within a week, you can get it within a week because it's local. It's Vancouver.
The no shipping
They
thing seems like a great deal.
right? You
Yeah.
can go and pick them up yourself in Vancouver or have them delivered. So there's a lot of benefits to this. The greatest one is that we are supporting a local Vancouver-based business. So shout out to Oddball for their support through our second time around with them this tournament. What an incredible weekend! From the Friday night kickoff with our co-ed division to the wrap up on Sunday, even if it rained. The rain was, it was kind of off and on throughout the day. I don't think anybody was mad. There was some
It wasn't
amazing football
noticeable.
played on Sunday. But I want to start from my perspective with the Friday night. This is the first year we did the Friday night, and it was remarkable. It was absolutely perfect. The weather was great, sunset, the lights came on, the music was great, the beer was flowing, the games were awesome. Everybody was having a great time. The overall vibe was absolutely electric, and I cannot wait for that next year. And we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to add a little bit of time uh, before our start time and after our start time. Shout out to the city of Surrey for allowing us to extend our park time. We're gonna work on that for next year. We want more football. We may be adding some formats, so look for that. There's a lot of building and a lot of feedback that we've received from all the players locally and internationally that were here. We're going to listen to everybody. We're gonna take the best of the best, and we're going to piece together the best tournament. It already is the best tournament in Canada, and I would fight anybody that says otherwise. Um, this was an amazing weekend. We have a great facility. Shout out to our volunteers, our game commissioners. Uh, Shout out to our admin team and our retail team, the girls that we had in doing retail for us all weekend. Harker and Kaylin, they did an amazing job at our table. Brittany managing everything admin over the weekend. Thank you so much. Um, Greg and Christine and yourself, keeping things rolling all weekend. This doesn't happen without this team. So I think we're still getting better, but man, was it ever epic.
It was
Your
so great.
opinions?
It was so great. And it's such a huge project that so many people helped with. We just spent 7 minutes mentioning all the things that needed to come together to make this happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, thanks to you as well, man. None of this comes together without you. Thank you for giving us something that we love. And I just can't wait to see how it grows in the future.
Look, I legitimately, not a lot of people know this, but in order to manage this tournament properly, and in order to piece everything together over the last couple of weeks, I actually quit my full time job. I am currently unemployed, so I may be staying here in Hawaii and looking for a job. I don't know, but I quit my full time job.
That's fair. I put my job hunting on a hiatus. I got like 5 interviews this week. I didn't do anything before the tournament. I was too nervous. I knew we had too much going on. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's I
And look,
you made the right call.
The cost to put on an event like this is in the tens of thousands after permitting and infrastructure and support and everything else. So it needed to be managed properly. Uh, so why not? Who needs a job?
Yeah, it's overrated.
Who
You
needs
can
a
go
job?
to Hawaii and dance.
Yeah, that happens tomorrow night. If for those of you that know my wife, she is a competitive dancer, so that's why we're here in Hawaii, dancing here at the Disney Resort. Should be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool for you, man. I hope you enjoy it.
So let's get into the actual football. I want to hear your take on. Let's start with the co-ed division Friday night, the round robin. You played.
I'm
I
back,
did not.
baby.
And look, dude, you look stellar for somebody who's coming off of an ACL tear and surgery. Impressive, very impressive.
I'm on my Adrian Peterson shit. No, I need to get that HGH in me. I got to find a guy to hook me up with it. No, yeah, it was an honor to be back and competing with some of the best players in America. Like we right off the bat with Team Fiji, they're an awesome team, stellar game plan. I mean, Apex had a couple people playing in the co-ed division. I saw their quarterback was playing for the Ravens. That made me almost poop my pants. So it was really cool.
He's on another level, man. Holy crap, is he ever on another level?
Knowledge, arm talent, the way he moves, the way he calls a game.
Jaleel, if you're seeing this, dude, thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing Apex. Thank you for the clinic and
Clinic
shining the light on us.
Amazing! Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I got to watch a bit of it. We should touch on that. This is
Yes.
like everyone who went to the clinic told me like the way they think about football is different now. The way they were able to explain things, like how defenses are supposed to run, how you should move in certain situations. Very valuable. Definitely worth every penny. You got a sick jersey out of it. I hope he comes back and does it every year. Now that I have 2 legs, I'm going to sign up for that next year. There's always more knowledge you could have, and these guys have a wealth of it.
Yeah, we would love to have Apex back next year, and we'll try and help on the organizing side of things a little bit better with that. and maybe incorporate that into our Friday events.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he's just a stellar baller, lots of knowledge. Obviously played Team USA men's,
Hmm.
so he's played at the highest level, and
Absolutely.
it shows. What he brought to the Ravens co-ed was just straight skill and experience, and it definitely helped project them through the round robin.
Yeah, and the round robin on the Friday night was so fantastic. Getting to play under the lights
Mm-hmm.
with the music and the DJs and just like on the turf, it was so cool. And for those like the way you formatted it, for like those of us who are idiots and played like 16 games over the weekend, having them
Mm-hmm.
split up into 3 days was so much better because like usually you go to a tournament, you play like 4 games, like four like hour-long games on a Saturday, and you're cooked. You got nothing left for
Yeah.
Sunday. A little bit more spread out, such a good decision.
The feedback so far has been that we want more formats.
Mm,
Okay, how do we make that work? Because the timing and everything on the Friday and the Saturday, it was so nice to have that gap in between games where everything wasn't so rushed and
yeah.
compact. Playing four back-to-back-to-back games, it can be a lot, absolutely, and it's a lot on the body. And but I think overall, feedback was good, and the schedule worked out better than it has in the last 2 years. But I think there's still some improvements that could be made. I think we're going to look potentially next year. I mean, there is a chance that we could run co-ed round robin and playoffs on the same day.
Yeah, I mean, other tournaments do it. I have done that where it's
Yeah,
like all everything's broken up into one mini format. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an option. Those USA flag tournaments have like 30 different formats going at the same time, but they
yeah,
also have the referees and the fields and all the knowledge of this, how to run that stuff. But hey, that's something we're going to grow into eventually.
right. That's the plan. That's the hope, anyways.
How did
Um,
you enjoy Friday night?
Friday night, just honestly, there was a moment. Right, I think it was about quarter after 8, almost 8:30. The sun was down behind the trees. The sky lit up kind of orange and pink, and tunes were going, and we had the fields going. Players were practicing down on the grass, and I'm standing up on the hill, kind of looking down in between two fields, and it was just it was a very surreal, not a surreal moment. It was just a very uh, we did it moment. Like all we start planning for this a year in advance, um, maybe even longer than that. Because as we plan for this year's tournament, I'm already thinking ahead to 2027, how that's going to look and what this is going to look like, especially with iFlag Worlds moving to Ontario, California, just 2 weeks before we're scheduled to play the fourth annual PIO. So um, it was that moment, though, standing on the hill, watching everybody, beer gardens full, everybody's laughing, having a great time. And like I said before, the vibe was just electric. And that right there, that is my happy moment. This makes my heart happy. The only thing that I ever wanted to get out of this when this was dreamt up to begin with was providing a place and a community where this happens, and it's a regular occurrence, that it's not just a one-off and it just continuously gets better. I want this to be the best place to play, not just in Canada, but in North America. And I truly believe that we are on that path. But that was the moment Friday night where everything just everything clicked, and everything was just, it was perfect.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to our friends from America who, took time off work, came down early Friday to come compete in co-ed with us. Those teams are fantastic. Like that Portland
Yeah.
team, the Seattle teams, Fiji.
Fiji, TD Chasers, and I was so happy to see Nadine back with Rose City Riot out of Portland, Oregon. Nadine and her crew, they were up here our first year. They were one of the first women's teams to register in year number one, and they gave us a lot of feedback on their way out. They didn't leave all very happy. There was a lot of you know growing pains for us, but we listened. And from teams like uh, their crew, which at the time was, I think, is the Oregon Ravens, to teams like TD Chasers. This is their second season, and they're wanting to register now for next year. Like they want to come back.
Well, we might
And
fill up.
then Vibe Check. Those guys have been up here with us, and same with Money Down since the first year, and they keep coming back. And look, there's a lot of feedback that comes throughout the weekend and afterwards, and we listen to it all of it. We will never shy away from that. And I think Nadine's group, after year one, helped us significantly, just explaining certain things that we didn't know. We're still learning. We're infants here. So shout out to Nadine and the crew with Rose City Riot. It was a great pleasure to see you guys again and have you guys back. Same with Shri and Money Down and the guys from Vibe Check, Notorious Bigfoot. Uh, just unbelievable, and right across the border.
Yeah,
Right across the border. So I hope that everybody, if you want to go to Worlds, cool, go to Worlds. But I hope we still get the same contingent coming back for year number 4, because we're going to make it even better.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll get most of them, because this tournament is special and you do such a good job. I mean, everyone does, and the competition's good. It's not like they come here and cakewalk anyone. Like it's changed a lot from year 1 to year 3.
It's legit.
Yeah,
it's legit.
Yeah. It is no longer just the BC boys.
No, but I will say this: our BC boys showed very, very well against teams like Fiji. Some teams did, some teams didn't. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit right to our men's comp championship game. Our own very own Outlaws versus Sacramento Revolution, and they killed it.
They did. It
They
was
absolutely killed it.
Very good game.
It was a great game. Great game. Sacramento came out on top. Couple calls in that game, I think, could have gone one way or could have gone the other way, and may have done something different for one team or the other. But otherwise, it was a great game. It was a clean game. Sacramento showed up. They came here and did what they were supposed to do, and took home the cash and the trophy. And but on the men's elite side, holy shit, that was an epic final between Van City Vice and Team Fiji. Wow. At one point, I stood up on the hill watching from the end zone, and I think there was about a minute left in the game, and I thought about going down there and just yelling at the referees we're going to extend this game by another 35 minutes, because I didn't want it to end. It was so good, buddy. That was so good.
Yeah, you missed 2 of the craziest games I've ever been a part of, semifinals and finals. We were down 12 points in both and managed to bring it back in both of those games. Absolute crazy how good the competition was. And just shout out to the Fiji quarterback. Nick is just a surgeon and never makes the wrong choice. And also how they play the fives game, like how Sacramento plays it and how Fiji plays it is so different than how we play football here.
Totally different style.
And it's so quick and like decision making, and you have to be perfect all the time, and it's just so fun to watch. Like every time they had the ball, I was just like, "There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. We hope he misses," because the scheme is so amazing and the decision making is so fantastic. Yeah, so it was a really fun game to be a part of, and that might have been the most entertaining game I've ever experienced. Sucks I'm on the wrong side of it, but holy cow, that was just electric.
It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So Sacramento in our men's comp division, Team Fiji, who had some of our players on their team.
Shout out to
Chris Sulak for one. Yeah. Good collective group of guys from kind of all over, all Fijian nationalists, and they're ballers, man. They showed up. Team Fiji won. They won men's worlds. Or worlds, iFlag worlds in January. So
they're legit.
Yeah, they're legit, and they proved it.
Absolutely.
On the women's side, if not equally, a little bit more entertainment was had there. I saw some of the best football in the world of flag that I've ever seen this past weekend, and it came from our women's division. The Notorious Bigfoot, they play such a clean game that it was, like you said about Nick, it was surgical. It was so good and so fun to watch. Shout out to Notorious Bigfoot. There was some amazing matchups. I think it came down to in our women's Elite Division final. It came down to Texans or Team Apex and our very own West Coast Wild. And you want to talk about epic matchups? Did you watch that game?
I only got to see the last 5 minutes of it because we were in the middle of our semifinals or something like that. But yeah, it was.
Brother,
I mean, both those teams are fantastic, right? The most athletic team we have here in BC by far, like against Apex, who might be one of the most athletic teams in America.
1000%. And they, I mean, the West Coast Wild ladies are some epic ballers, and most of them, if not all of them, should be on Team Canada. I'm going to say that publicly because they got screwed. But
Oh, if only they spoke French, they'd all be on Team Canada.
yeah, Team Canada needs to learn how to recruit properly. And yeah, I don't care if I piss somebody off with that. I think West Coast Wild was matched up very well against Team Texans or Team Apex. There was just it was another level. Like I mean, it wasn't a blowout by any means, but and it was a very good back and forth game. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. I think it came down to one score. If I'm not mistaken, it was one score.
That's awesome.
So shout out to West Coast Wild because they stood with some of the best female ballers in North America and proved that they should be representing this country. So there, I can't ask for more. The matchups, the final, the championship games in each division were of epic caliber. Everything from an entertainment level, if you're a spectator, and we had a lot of spectators just hanging on the fences, not just family and friends, but just people from the community walking through the park, showing up, coming out, enjoying the beer garden, the food trucks, and watching some really good football. This has become an event. It's become a community event where the community wants to come out and support it and be a part of it and watch it. And these ladies provided an incredible entertainment, and they should be very proud of themselves. But again, it was the Lopez sisters, the football sisterhood, took home the hardware for a second time, um, and showed why they are the best in the business.
Absolutely. And hey, I'm just two ladies I want to shout out who amazing comeback player candidates. Olga, who hasn't played football in a long time, jumping on, having a quarterback in the finals, did a fantastic job. And also so impressed by the BC Pride's quarterback, MJ, coming back from surgery, like a long road back, and just played a perfect game almost throughout the entire tournament. Like she was lights out, and like the defense had to make crazy plays to get the ball out of her hands. I was very impressed with her, and I'm really happy that she's back in the sport because she elevates everyone's play.
She is she's a queen, and has helped us tremendously, especially over the last couple of seasons with commissioning and taking stats and just wanting to be involved and helping out. I know she's on she plays a role with the board or on the executive somehow with TFBC, and she's so involved in the sport. I love seeing that. They call you the Godfather, right? Well, she's got to be the godmother, right? She's got to be the godmother.
I would be honored to be in that category with her.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the first flag football games that I ever watched, ever, it was a women's sevens game. It was TFBC. I went out to watch another friend of mine, and I think I know for a fact it was about 20 years ago, and it was MJ.
Yeah. You know what? My stepdad, I think, coached in like the 80s or 90s maybe when he was first living here and getting into football, and he coached MJ in one of her first seasons. And he's like,
wow.
He was telling me stories about her before I even knew who she was. Like that's how talented and the longevity of her dedication to this game has been.
That's incredible, and she can still play at a level that's, just above a lot.
Exactly.
So MJ, well done. What else did you see this weekend that whether it's something that we need to improve on or something that you saw that was just like, damn?
I mean, the level of play was amazing. I think that was fantastic all the way through. We had, 80% of fantastic refing. Obviously, it's never going to be perfect. A lot of guys learning the game or not
Yes.
knowing the difference between adult and kids rules or, just certain small things like that. But that's definitely something that, we knowing what we need to focus on teaching going into the next one, we can fix that. Like, there's a lot of people
So
that
I
didn't.
will. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay. I was done with my thought.
I will say this: I have to give a big round of applause to our referees,
Absolutely.
um,
Fantastic job.
because they did a stellar job. A stellar job. This was the best that they have given us thus far.
That's
They
80%.
deserve.
That's a high B.
Yeah, we had so many people coming and actually making their way or going out of their way to mention and to come and tell us that the referees did a fantastic job. Look, referees have one of the hardest, one of the shittiest jobs in sport. Nobody, nobody expects, or some people do expect, realists don't expect a referee to get everything right. They don't. They don't, and it's okay. But I would say, like you said, I would agree that 80% of the weekend was on point. So congratulations to our officials for helping us reach that stage, and for showing up and doing exactly as we asked of them. Could not be happier with that. Um, you're always going to have the blown call. You're always going to have something missed. You've only got two sets of eyes on one field, right?
I
You're
have
not
to.
going to be able. You can't see everything.
Exactly. I have to touch. I have to tell a story of my favorite, maybe my favorite moment of the whole weekend. It was round robin play in the men's on Saturday, and we had a new ref who I've never had before, and there was like the other team threw a deep ball, and our safety caught a jump ball with another guy. And the other guy kind of tackled him to try to stop the pick, and the ref threw a penalty, and I guess he wasn't sure who was supposed to be on offense in the flurry of things, so he called like PI on the defense. We started losing our minds, and he did maybe the coolest move ever. He got us all to shut up. He's like, "Hey, no one talks. I'll throw a penalty if you keep yelling at me." And then he went to the instant replay in his brain. He's like, "I need to see this." And we all stood silently in front of him for maybe 30 seconds, and he was like watching it in his eyelids. And there was just 20 guys just holding their breath, staring at him, waiting for the call.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
It was such a funny moment to be like a fly on the wall in that game because that was insanity. But you know what? It calmed us down, and we're like, okay, saw something.
That's incredible. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
it
I
was
love that.
really funny.
But that's what you need to do as an official. You need to take control of the game. If that means telling everybody to shut up, give me 30 seconds,
We did
right?
it
And
respectfully, commanding,
yep.
communicated. Communication is everything when it comes to
Oh,
officiating or
absolutely.
enforcing. It's all about how
Hmm.
you communicate.
Yep. So very big thank you and congratulations to our officials for uh, essentially doing what we're paying them to do. But they did it very well. They did the whole weekend was great. Lots of compliments. Super happy with the way that turned out. Um, I again thank you to all of our teams. Thank you to all of our supporters and the sponsors, our food trucks, Booster Juice, Little Udis, Winging It, did a great job. They did a great job. I think we're going to have Winging It back with Booster Juice again next year. Unfortunately, we didn't get Rolled West Coast out. Rolled West Coast ice cream was supposed to be out with us. I don't think it really mattered because they were supposed to be out on Sunday, and that wasn't exactly ice cream weather.
Wasn't an ice cream day.
No, it definitely was not. It was nice to have a little bit of some cooler weather. The rain, it wasn't awful. The fields were in great shape. Um, didn't hear a single complaint about the field, so that's wonderful. I did get some news yesterday that I'll share, and I don't know if we can maybe sign a petition or something and send it to the city. They're going to turf field number 7,
That's the
which
best
is
grass field.
yeah, that was our PIO field number 3.
Yeah, that was the finals field for the men's elite, which is so
Correct.
nice.
Yeah, the city has made the decision that they're going to turf that field.
That sucks because it's right next to where we want to like host the beer garden and the music and stuff.
Correct.
I mean, turf is great.
So,
Turf is great, I guess, but I mean,
well,
three
living on the
days,
West
3 days
Coast,
on it is tough. We're so
very
blessed in
much so.
Canada to have some of the best grass in the world, and we shouldn't be getting
Yeah,
rid of it.
no, and that's why when we built the schedule, we tried to move things around a little bit. I know, men's elite on the Saturday played on the turf. Um, I tried to keep everybody kind of moving, where you play a little bit of turf, a little bit of grass, the best I could. Um, it's not going to be perfect, but I hope everybody enjoyed, and
I did.
hope
Thank you.
everybody, yeah. The grass is just so much easier on the body, right?
Anyone over
And we
25.
do, yeah, for sure. And I know the feedback from that was that every year has been that we have the best grass fields around.
Yeah.
Fields 5, Fields 6, Fields 7, or PIO 3, 4, and 5. Those three fields alone are some of the best grass fields in the city of Surrey. Um, they're very well maintained by the city. Really cool moment for me on the weekend, and I might catch some flack from this. Is I had to make the mayor of Surrey wait for me.
We're on a schedule.
So I honestly I got a radio call. Hey, the mayor is here to see you, and I said you're gonna have to tell her she's gonna have to wait because I was watching my wife's playoff overtime game. Sorry, Mayor Locke. I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to miss my wife's game
Well,
for
now they're
that.
definitely going to turf all the fields.
Probably. Um. So that's again, big thank you to everybody. That's it for me on the tournament. Do you have anything else you want to add on the tournament?
I just really want to say how much of an honor it was to get to know so many people outside of our community and also in our community, man. Like going to dinner with 20 people I've never spent time with before on Friday night
Oh,
after the games. Shout out to my guy Matt, who might be one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Didn't know him very well. Now we do. And just the community, right? Like I feel
yeah.
closer to almost everyone who was at that tournament, way more than I did last week.
So I forgot to make mention of this as well. Shout out to Gurge and Brown Social House and Liberty Kitchen. Second year, and they've asked us now to come back for next year. So all of you that took advantage of the discount cards that were provided, thank you to you for actually using those. Last year we didn't see a whole lot of user groups that use them. This year it was a lot. Um, but Browns was amazing. I don't know if anybody went to Liberty. The Browns patio was full most nights, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. Um, and I want to thank you to Browns for their support and look forward to doing that again. Um, that Sunday night at Browns was something else, man. At one point I'm sitting there trying to get out some graphics and stuff like that while waiting for food and drinks to show up, and I legit had to get up, leave the table, leave the patio because I couldn't hear myself think. Holy crap!
It was like the
That
Seahawks
was that.
Stadium in there.
Whew, the decibel level hit an all-time high. I think Van City Vice and Ravens and a few others converging, Hail Marys and everybody else converging at Browns for a host tournament dinner and drinks.
I don't know if
And
I've ever
the
laughed that hard in my life. That was the
um,
funniest
I
one.
yeah, that was again an amazing electric. The vibe continued over from the field into the patio. So
We need to bring
thank
the
you to Browns.
DJs there.
Yeah, so we did talk about that with Browns, and hopefully that's something we can look at doing possibly for the Saturday night next year. So, yeah, but yeah, that was a great partnership, and we look forward to continuing that as well. So, moving on from the tournament, I want to remind everybody that our regular season is just around the corner. It's August 23rd is when we kick off, and I can tell you where we are going to be playing weeks 1 and week 2 because we have our fields. So week 1 and week 2, August 23rd, and whatever the week is after that, I can't do math in my head, August 30th. We will be playing at Cloverdale Athletic Park, fields 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay.
Okay,
Hey, good grass. Good grass. I'm happy with that. I'll travel for good grass.
that's that's turf.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're
Fine.
hey, it's the same park where we opened up our spring season.
Oh,
Um,
that's where it is. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So we're at Cloverdale Athletic for the first 2 weeks of our regular season, and further allocations will be coming in the coming weeks. But team registration coming up, deadline comes up. We're extending our deadline from August 1st to August 8th. August 8th will be the team registration deadline cutoff. After that, you are out. So get your teams registered. Do it now. Don't wait, because once August 8th rolls around, if you're not in, you're not in.
Okay. Don't let that football
Yeah,
hangover get to you.
no. Um, and I got nothing else.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. We're going to start talking about week one. We get to get into our power rankings next time. You know what? I'll start doing my homework. Everyone,
Start doing your homework.
if you got any new news, if you got any breaking Adam Schefter player moves, hit me up in the next week or so because I am going to deep dive into this league this year.
Let's do it. So let's expect our power rankings to come the week after August 8th. After team registration closes, we'll get into that, and yeah, we'll dive in.
I love it. Derek, thank you again for everything. Shout out to your team, Greg, Brittany, Skylar, Jason. Man, big
You
shout
are
out
my
to
team.
Skylar. Big shout out to Skylar. I mean, I was trying to help as much as I could. By Sunday, I was gassed. I had nothing left in the tank. Skylar came early, set up, stayed late, closed up. Yeah, wow, what an MVP.
Look,
Yeah.
let me tell you about Skylar. Skylar came to us a couple years ago at our youth provincials, and he was working with one of the minor football association guys, and uh, he came out and he volunteered and he was helping us, just doing garbage collection stuff around the park, and just wherever he could help out, he helped out. And that's the kind of person he is. He wants to be involved, and he gets involved, and then he's fully in. Never played flag football before, never played football before, and after a season with us, he's like, I think I need to try this, and he jumped in, and now he plays, and I think he's going on to his third season. Both of his young boys, both of them are playing flag and now playing tackle. They're killing it. They're great kids, great athletes. And Skylar gives his all. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's a regular season or the tournament, or if it's for the kids or whatever. He gives it his all, and it is so greatly appreciated. He's usually the first to show up if I'm not there. He's there first thing in the morning, helping set up fields and cleaning stuff up at the end of the day. Like, he's gold, absolute gold. So, and greatly appreciated, as is everybody. This takes a community. This takes a village. This is not one person's show. This is not this is a community. This is a village, and we're all here for each other. So, um, props to everybody, because
Yeah, hey, thank
look
you
where
all.
we
Thank you
are.
all for
Look
participating.
where we are. 3 years, man. In 3 years, look where we are.
Yeah, we got a football
Right?
world growing here.
And it's only going to get better. All right, Hunter. I'm going to go jump in the ocean and grab myself a Mai Tai. I wish you were here joining me. Maybe next time. Uh, for myself, coming to you from the Alani Disney Resort in Koalina. Love you all, buddy. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Can't wait.
For No Run Zone, thank you. PIO 2027. We'll see you next year.